You're watching The Breakfast Club.
Morning, everybody. It's DJ MV Angela Yee, Charlamagne the God. We are The Breakfast Club. We have some special guests that was supposed to be here, but one came on time this morning.
One.
He came early.
He came actually an hour early.
This empty chair is supposed to be for Remy Martin.
Right. But
she's not here yet.
She's not. Remy Ma's not here, but Fat Joe is. Good morning, sir.
Hey, yo, what's up?
Now y'all got the joint album coming. Is this what you're going to have to deal with?
Nah, I told y'all behind the scenes that she actually been real professional and showing up in time. I'm actually really praising her and really impressed, you know, how she's been moving as a businesswoman. But, you know, she got caught up in traffic. You know what I'm saying? It's none. She be here in a couple of minutes. Yeah, you know, I know the importance, you know what I'm saying, of being to the Breakfast Club on time. You know what I'm saying? Like, I could tell y'all something y'all don't know. And like,
What's that?
I was on an Emirates flight to Dubai, and one of the Arab chicks that works there.
Emirates flight is the flight with the bar inside.
I never been on one of those.
For rich people.
It's some fancy. Something fancy.
Your bedroom and all that. But the point is, they have a section where the employees, like the stewardess, you know, they chill and rest or whatever. So I'm passing by, the curtains open. I'm a little nosy, and I look, and the chick is watching y'all show on the computer, nigga. Wow. I'm over this going to Dubai. I'm like, yo, these lit. Like, yo, they on the Emirates going to Dubai flight with the computer on. I was like, yo, they serious right now.
Shout out to Emirates. Don't be afraid to bring
global.
the Breakfast Club on the flight. You know what I'm saying?
There you
to
go.
Dubai.
Nah, that's crazy, bro. That was crazy. That was shocking for me. Like, cause you know, it's real conservative and all that.
Right.
What was shocking to me was how you and Remy Ma got back together, because it was a nasty split.
Yeah, I remember you saying you would never forgive Remy Martin because she hurt your feelings.
When she hurt me bad though. Like I possibly never been hurt more.
Really?
You know? Yeah.
And you've been through some wars in the streets, so that's saying a lot.
Nah. It was because there's some wars that's not physical.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's like when you wear your heart, when you bring your heart to it. Like, she's my little sister, so if she was here, I wish I could have told you in front of her, but she was my little sister. So Remy, she lived with me for 3 years. Like, sleeping on the tour bus, going everywhere with us. Nobody really knew who she was like that. And, you know, I'm grooming her. You know, I ain't letting talk to her, like treating her like a straight
Like
sister.
family.
Right.
So that, you know, once we got to the point where we became successful and leaned back really blue, and I'm doing this, she's doing that, you know, people in her ear, whatever the case may be. And you know, so when that went happened and that went down, you know, that was like the camel, the straw that broke the camel's back or whatever have you, where I was just hurt. And then I could have signed Rick Ross. I could have, because of my breakup with her, I could have signed Rick Ross. I could have signed Pitbull. Like, really.
Right.
Like, you know what I mean? I was just so turned off by what had happened that I was like, yo, you know what? I'm never messing with artists again in my life.
That's crazy.
You done messed that Pitbull up, because you see Pitbull.
You know the thing about
Pitbull's
Fat
like
Joe? You don't
God right now, man.
you don't get the credit for, like, your scouting abilities when it comes to talent.
I'm a serious scouter, man, because my thing is all about like bringing pillars to the community. You know what I'm saying? If I discover Cool and Dre, they do all them game albums. They legends. You know, Khaled, my little brother, he's a Beatle right now.
Khaled will not stop.
Beatle. You know what I'm saying? Or LV, super producer, or Remy Ma. You know, she's still competing. She's back with this album right here. She's definitely in a heavy conversation of female rapper of the year, male or female. She went so bad on this album that it's crazy. So you got Remy, you got Big Pun. You know, I discovered him outside of a bodega.
Yeah.
A fatter Puerto Rican dude.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Who'd have thought that dude would have been, you know, he's on my top 5.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So lyrically, but it's just a lot of people, you know, I'm not bringing nobody to you. So the point is, Joe Crack ain't with novelty rappers and shit.
Yeah.
So when I knock on your door, you be like, yo, let him in.
Right.
You turned down Eminems 6 times, I heard.
Yeah, man, that's crazy, man.
Joe, you just named about $300 million you left on the table.
Yeah,
Pitbull.
Way more than that.
I messed up bad. You know what I'm saying?
So what happened? He was getting his demo, or
I didn't really know. You know, Eminem, he's always been a beautiful person with me. And one time we was having dinner, and he was like, yo, I gave you my demo 6 times. He knew everywhere.
Yeah.
It's like Jack the Rapper, Atlanta. How can I be down? This, that. I was in Jersey. I gave you that. I was like, what the shoot myself on the spot.
I'm not gonna lie, because I knew Eminem back then when he was doing all the Lyricist Lounge, and he used to give everybody his demo, and a lot of people felt like they didn't know what to do with a white rapper.
He was a skinny white boy with the well, he was with the outsiders, the
yeah,
black dudes with the
Jersey
dreadlocks.
Yeah.
That nigga was so skinny. One time he performed. I watched him perform one time, and they was holding him by his shirt, and he was going off. He was almost like falling off the stage, and just holding the back of his shirt like so he won't fall. He was really Slim Shady.
Right.
But major mistake. You know what I'm saying? But it is what it is. Sometimes I look at rappers. Rappers are just different authors. Like everybody has their own technique and their own point of view. So like if we said this book is called The Backside of whatever, I would have my perspective on what this backside means to me. But you would rap and it would be some other shit.
Right.
And you would rap and it would be something else. So it's just everybody's, perspective on the same thing that's happening. So maybe I ain't see it, at the time. But I remember me and Big Pun, and I know my brother Pun, he got big ego, but the truth is, I remember me and Big Pun waiting, on Sunset Boulevard for the Eminem album 11:59 online when the first came out to go buy it, as fans, like, you know what I'm saying? So
it is hard though for artists, because a lot of artists do give out their demos, and what makes you ever want to listen to it? You know what I'm saying? Because you probably get
so much trash out there that it was like, and it won't stop. The trash won't stop. So I'm sure.
Oh, I know.
We've all hold up. No, no. Forget demos. You've been let down by who you seen try to rap, right? Like you be like, not my man, Killer OGA Smack. You're like, not the 3 teardrops on his side. What is he? He wait to 40 to start rapping? No. Like you be like, yo, Joe, I got a demo, son. You be like, no, please, just stay killing people, please, man.
Now, do you think Pitbull would have been Pitbull if he'd have signed with you? Because Pitbull wasn't the pop guy back then.
No, let's not. I think he. Listen, first of all, please, I had an opportunity. That's all I'm saying. Pitbull is a genius. He created his own lane. I can't take no responsibility. Like, I don't know. Pitbull, he's the man.
All right.
You know what I'm saying? And in fact, he told me one time I sat down with him as a brother, and he was just like, and I was like, yo, Pit, man. I said, you're so smart. He said, yeah, I learned off of all your mistakes.
Wow.
Damn it, man.
Nah, real talk. So I looked at him, and I was like this. And then he told me, he said, you should have signed me. You should have signed Ross. You should have signed this. You shouldn't have signed that. You ain't want to. And I was sitting there with this. I was like,
I'm about to tear a little bit.
You had Miami. Like, you had half of Miami
before
in your
anybody
hand.
moved out there.
yeah.
He's like, don't remind me.
Now, how was you and Remy's that initial conversation of that beef squashing? How was that conversation? I mean, because it was thick.
Well, what happened is, I fake hated her at I love Remy. Like, that's my sister. Like, I really love her.
Right.
And so I was fake mad at her. I didn't really know. It's like you argue with your family member. And so she reached out to me. I'll never forget. Like, it's like when you heard a record for the first time. Like, I remember where I heard Bridges Over the first time, or Run DMC Is Like That, or Flavor in Your Ear. Like, it's certain records that you know where you was at. Right. I know where I was at when she gave me the call. Right, I was in Miami, a couple of blocks from my house. So it picks up and it was like, all right, you got a call. And then it was like, she was like, yo. And I was like, yo. I knew the voice immediately. Right. I was like, yo. And she was like, what's up? And I'm like, what's up? And I'm like, hey, yo, Rem, like, what do you want? You calling me?
You think it's for beef? You think
I'm like, you calling me? Get to it. Right. Like, what's going on? No, I think that we should be family again. I was like, and I was just like, yo, I was like, come on, man, I love you. That was it. She broke down on the phone, and it just felt great. I was just like, and I was just like, wow, Like, I ain't never think that was gonna happen. You know what I'm saying? I prayed for her all the time, though. Still, like, you know what I'm saying?
And she said Papoose really wanted you guys back together again.
Papoose the greatest husband on the earth.
Without question. He make all us look bad.
This guy's man, please. Stop.
Like, stop, bro.
Black love, man. It's killing me, man.
Even when I watch Love and Hip Hop and he's like, you know, you got to be careful the people you have around you. He's very...
I used to hate reality shows because women start looking at that and start, you know, you got your wife in the crib and she looking at this thinking that's what it is. Like, well, that's not what it is. But now I really hate reality shows because we have a positive guy, Papoose, on there. He's destroying us right now. You know what I'm saying?
No, it really did help out Love and Hip Hop for them to go on there, though.
They need their own show, though.
Yeah.
It helped
They
out
need their
their
own
friend
show.
because a lot of times people would be like, oh, I can't watch it, it's ratchet, blah, blah, blah. But then you see them and you're like, okay, they did bring, you know, a different element.
You know, I just get terrified because the woman is still on papers and
you don't want her to be in a situation.
I don't want to get in trouble. And like the other day, I'm watching the thing, and I think it was a joke allegedly, because probation might be looking or something. But she was like, road rage. I will get out the car and park this bitch right now. I'm like, no! I'm screaming at the phone like, no! So, you know, but yeah, he's phenomenal guy when it comes to her. And I love her so much that I learned to love him because of love he got from my sister. You know what I'm saying?
Well, how was that conversation? Because y'all got physical at one
Y'all
time.
came to blows.
We not. Listen, guys.
I never heard it start.
Listen, guys. Stop, Charlie. Yo, stop.
I
Just stay positive.
Who won that
Stop.
fight?
Oh, come on, please. Stop. So what I'm saying is we didn't even have to have that conversation. You know what I'm saying? So as soon as she could, like, he's a husband, bro. You know what I'm saying? She my little sister from day one, but things are different. Like, he's a husband, right? So, you know, since day one she came out of jail, she came to see me. She came with him. And I was just like, yo, what's up? She was like, oh, thank God. Like, you know what I mean? These guys said, what's up? Everything cool. And since there, you know, we vibe and you know, we super cool. You know, I would like to think that I'm super cool with Pat.
I saw you on, I don't know what Nori got now. Is that a radio show?
podcast.
I don't know.
It's a podcast.
Nori
Podcast.
did something.
He's worse than you guys. It's violence. I cannot. First of all, Nori's too real. And then Joe Crack's too real, and we cannot do it. I think 30 times in that podcast, I was telling them I can't come up here no more. Like, we gotta stop. We gotta. They're talking about rappers washing his socks and shit like that. I said, yo, Nori, you gotta stop.
Nori sent me a
like,
video.
Nori, you got to stop. Like, it's not good for us. Like, it's not good for me and you doing this podcast ever again.
I'm not gonna say who it was.
Because he put me on the spot talking. Joe, remember the time you smacked such and such? I was there.
That's
I'm like,
Nori.
yo,
That's
stop.
Come on.
Joe's like, Nori, stop.
Yo.
And Nori don't like when you put him on the spot.
Nori love
Oh.
it. Nori love it.
Nori, remember when you shot?
Nori sent me the audio and said, yo, did I go too far? I'm like, yeah. No. I think he might take that the wrong way.
I told him 30 times in a row. I said, yo, I'm not coming to this place again. I love you. I worship you. You're one of my best friends on the planet Earth. I cannot be a part of this. No, he's crazy.
No, Nori's out of control. But you said on there that Pat wasn't feeling the idea of Remy coming to Miami.
Well, he's her husband.
Yeah.
And, you know, anybody got a wife and, you know, he don't really know us like that. So I'm telling her, yo, come to Miami. Let's finish this album. Let's do it together. Because the best chemistry, the way we work best together is with each other and feed off each other. And can't nobody throw a battery in Remy's back like Joe Crack.
Right.
So I'm up in there like, yo, we going bad with this. So he comes to I had to come to New York. We did the whole album. Shout out Cool and Dre. They executive produced the whole album with me. And we sat over there and we worked in Miami. I came up here to Heat Maker Studio in Manhattan. Remy was comfortable there, Times Square and all that. So we got a day in. We got a second day in, and Papoose was like, yo, Joe, man. Because, by the way, the album's phenomenal.
No, that single
I'm
hard.
We all
talking
sat
about
there and
that.
listened to this first
No,
single
I'm
all the
talking
way up
about
together.
Dr. Dre, Snoop Dogg, Kanye, Jay-Z, Fat Joe, Remy. This is phenomenal. This album is a phenom. Trust me.
Yeah.
This is just one. It's going down. And let that June hit, every car bumping this in them streets in New York or wherever. This crazy, man.
And you gonna do this independent?
Yeah, this independent, bro.
All your own again.
Yeah, but and
You
then
like independent?
I love it. Because I ain't got nobody. First of all, I ain't got no white guy behind door number one. Number two is, I like betting on myself. And Remy's actually my business partner. She's not my artist with this. She's my partner with this. So we going in as partners. I feel like it's best for everyone to feel like they're going to get paid together and let's just go get this money. You know what I'm saying? Rather than you lesser than anybody.
Right.
Let's just go get this together. She's a great businesswoman right now, but I want to leave Destiny. I want to put up my own money for my radio, my video, my this and that. And if it fails, I know I did what I had to do it.
Right.
Rather than somebody else looking at me in my face, lying to me, talking about they spending such and such dollars on promotions that never exist.
You had to serve some time for tax evasion.
Yeah, last time we saw you, you was about to go in. Matter of fact.
What happened with the taxes at the time? What got effed up for anybody out there listening, any other artists out there, so they know not to go that direction?
Well, what happened to me and every artist, not just every artist, every American, it's your responsibility to stay on top of your own taxes. So with the way the law is, I had an accountant that I was sending them wires to pay my taxes and my bills every month. The guy wasn't doing it. I went to get a car, and when I went to get a car, the guy, the fax report came.
Hey.
Oh, wow.
Okay.
Damn, you look like you killed the whole.
Thank you.
You look like you killed the whole.
Call Peter.
Hey, what up, bro?
Call Peter. Yeah. Like,
What up, Ram?
What's up?
hey, y'all, man. We
don't
talking
want no
about
problems
taxes.
with
She walking in with the woolly mammoth, y'all. Damn.
Sorry,
I
I'm
didn't know
late,
you
guys.
was getting all sexy
I was
on us.
all the way up. I could not
You
get
was
it
all
down.
Boy, that's the stuff. So, long story short, I went to buy a car. Right? My credit was the greatest in the world. And homeboy told me, hey, you need to be sitting down for this. I was like, what do you mean? And he was just like, yo, you ain't pay your mortgages. You ain't pay your cars. I was like, what? So I called the dude up. And the dude like, please don't kill my family. I was like, I never said I'm killing your family.
Right.
I send you money. I was more embarrassed than anybody.
Right, because it's going to be in the
So
news.
no,
everybody's
forget the
gonna know,
news.
and
I'm Fat Joe,
gonna lose
nigga.
it.
The guy in the dealership, he ready to give me the whole lot. I'm like embarrassed. Like it never happened to me in my life. So the next day, the guy sent over like 300-something thousand to my. I already knew he was like a Ponzi scheme. He probably stole it from somebody else. He was scared, but when we presented them and we contacted the IRS, I said, look, we realized this guy, they was like, hold up. There's no way out for you. This is criminal. This is going down. And we contacted them. So, and it's a big problem, man. Like, I'll advise no one to ever get in trouble with the IRS because it feels like a never-ending battle.
Worse than the feds?
It is the feds.
Okay.
And then what happens is, so basically, I paid all the money I was supposed to do. And when I paid it, it was like, congratulations, you paid it. But
You still
here's your
get-
penalties.
Right.
Damn.
We didn't think you could do that, but great job. But here you go. Have fun trying to get this one off, too. So it's almost like a never-ending battle. So I advise everybody, you rather want 20 guys shooting at you than you not paying them taxes and getting on
Remy's
top
like,
of that. It's a very serious situation.
We got to do our taxes
You
next
look
week.
stunning right
She
now.
does.
I'm almost not mad at you no more.
Now, Ram,
He said he got to start giving you an earlier time.
We got to
now.
do the rap. She's been professional.
Yeah, you said that
with
every time.
everything.
I'm gonna tell you what happened today was I had to take
In the
my
mic,
son
Ram.
to-
In the mic.
I had to take my son to school. He goes to school and this private school in Flushing in Queens. So I had to take him to school and there was traffic over there. And then I had to come back and it was like everywhere I went, I just got caught in
That's the
every
worst feeling.
single traffic possible, like known
Yeah.
to man. It was just like, and I left early enough. I left like an hour ahead.
Right.
And I don't know. it was
Sometimes you just can't
It
control
was so, but God was on my side. Like I was speeding, weaving through the cars. Like they probably thought I was like Danica Patrick or something like that. The cops were in front of me, like in a Taurus or something. I didn't know. They threw their flashes on in front of me, like easy.
Calm.
Chill out. Yeah.
Like we could pull you over right now, but you're doing a great job. So calm down.
That's all that matters. We asked Joe this. We heard Joe's side of the story. How did y'all get here? Because there was a time when Joe said he'd never forgive you. Ever.
He didn't mean that when he said that. He was just talking because he had lips. He didn't mean that. The thing is, we should have never got where we were. Let's just start with that. It should have never went that way ever in a million years. And it took me to be away from everything that I love and that I wanted to be with and that I cherish to really sit down and think about the people that I felt were important to my life, not that I thought were important to that really made an impact on my life and that I loved and I cared about. And when it was time for me to start coming home, I just really didn't want to come home and still not be cool with him and still like have any type of ill feelings for bad decisions that I made prior to, the person that I am now. Like I made a lot of bad decisions, and the beef with me and Joe was definitely one of them. And I didn't want to come home and still have that. Like I felt like I fixed every other bad decision, and that really needed to be fixed. And I'm happy that we were able to do that because it's like we didn't miss a beat at all. Like,
was the intent to just fix it, or was the intent to, okay, we got to get back in the studio?
I never even crossed my mind about music. It wasn't even about music at all, period. It was deeper than that. It was just like I wanted my brother back.
Why didn't you sign anybody when you first came home? Because everybody was knocking.
Because I really didn't know what was going on. You understand? Like I'm the type of person, like if I get into something, I want to know the ins, the outs, the unders, the on tops, like everything. I want to know about it. And I was gone for a long time. I really didn't know what was going on. And people tell me, no, you should come over here. This is great. No, you should do this. This is fantastic. And I was just like, you know what? I'm not doing anything. Let me just sit back for a minute, see what's going on, map it out, and figure out for myself what is best for me. Because everybody felt like they knew what was the best thing for me. But on top of all of that, no one like really realized like real life was happening. Like I had to do things like with my family, with my husband, with just me, like get a license, I was, for the first 3 months, I literally did not have an ID card. I was still walking around with my prison ID. So
it's like it's wanted her with a red bandana spitting at the judge fresh out of jail.
Right.
Like they wanted the girl Tupac. They was like, oh, she gonna dumb out right now.
Nah, but Pac
It's gonna
came
get
home and Pac was
crazy.
good. Like I still got 3 more years on paper. Like they had a feeling that it wasn't safe to just let me come home and just be.
Now the name of the album is Money or Bullets, though.
Yeah, plata su plomo.
Yeah, being that you're on parole, do you feel, can you spit that hard stuff like that?
I mean, I could say what I want as long as I don't act on it. Everything is fine.
First of all, I'll say it again. We are definitely the realest duo to ever do it.
Yeah,
ever.
I don't
in the
even like
history
seeing
of
y'all together.
mankind.
Y'all are real fans.
Hold up.
Like, y'all are real.
Yo, let me explain something to you. But guess what? This entertainment, and it's been proven time and time again that what we do, we are no different than Scorsese or anybody else. We just write music entertainment. I'm actually a loving father. I'm actually like a dance dad. Like I take my daughter to her dance classes.
Uber driver like me.
You see me dancing when I'm an Uber driver. I'm an Uber driver, Joe. And I'm doing the kid and play dance with her. Like,
Joe,
I'm
stop.
going to
That
church.
is true now. But
No,
we've
it's
heard
the
the stories, throwing
I
people
know.
down steps.
Listen,
Allegedly.
allegedly, everything's alleged. But what I'm saying to you is, we just making music, and we love to make gangster rap music. That's fact. I go to church, and I be like, and I tell them too. I love God. I'm just a gangster rapper. Just nothing. It pours out of us, and it definitely pours out of her.
Are you guys planning to do a tour for the album too?
I'm sure we're gonna be doing a lot of the way I feel is like we magical. How did y'all like the single?
I loved it.
Yeah,
We were all in
As soon
here
as I heard
listening
the
to it
beat,
together.
I said, what's that?
He didn't even know who it was. He didn't even know who it was. He was like, what's that?
And he was like, yo, that's the new Joe and Remy Ma. Before y'all even started rapping, just that beat is crazy.
I mean,
Shout out my brother Infrared.
I'm just looking forward to actually traveling with him, and we're on planes.
Right.
Like
It used
You
to
don't
be
fly.
on
You still-
I
he
fly
flies now.
Of course I fly.
So when
but
you gonna get
Flies
Khaled
now.
over his fear of flying, what did you do?
I'm just trying to tell him how much money he's missing out on.
Envy said he happy that
That's
Khaled don't
good.
fly everywhere so he can go
See, you
get
know
his
what?
check.
So I can go get that money.
He called me Envy. I'm there. I'm flying.
He throw the turban on, he's Muslim, he's gone.
Right.
How'd you get over it? You just
Oh, well, what happened with me was several things. What really happened with me was because of Khaled, right? So there's two ways to skin this cat. The first one was Khaled had caught some beef over me. And he was in Puerto Rico, and he was like, keeping it a buck. My little brother, he was blowing up my phone like he really thought they was going to do something to him, right? So I'm driving back to New York from Miami. I used to do that. Like, that was like going from Harlem to the Bronx, swear to God, 5 times a week. It was a joke. And I just felt like a sucker. I was looking out the window, and I'm really boots on the ground, no man left behind. So I'm like riding, and it's 4 hours later, and it's 3 hours later, and I'm just like, yo, you's a sucker, bro. You's a punk, man. You scared to go on there, because I was scared of flying so much. So I called my man. He had the private plane in Jersey, and I'm like, yo, I said, you're private? You got your private? He was like, yeah. He been trying to get me fly forever,
Right.
to fly. And I was like, yo, it's in Jersey. He was like, yeah. So I drove all of that, went to Jersey, jumped on the private with like 10 niggas, and we went to Puerto Rico on the flight. And the whole seminar was bugging out. Like, they knew Fat Joe don't fly. They might have heard rumors just trying to press Khaled. We was over there like, sup? Where's Sat, y'all? Where's Sat? Where they at? Who won it? Why? Everybody's like, oh my God, they're here. Like, you know what I mean? But
yeah, he didn't have to drive to dance practice that day.
You don't think flying private is scarier than flying on commercial, though? I've never been on a private jet, but I feel like it seems like it's
Envy
scarier.
should just put you on his, man. What you talking about?
I feel like it'd be scarier because it's a smaller
It's
plane.
slightly scarier, but you know, you want to sit in the right one.
Let me
I
tell
wouldn't
you
get
this.
on the
He's scared of small planes, but he's even more scared of really big planes, like the ones that take you like to Japan, like the air buses that are. He's like,
Emirates,
this is too big.
It's too big.
We're gonna fall
Nah,
out the
it's too
sky. Like,
big.
like he needs to be right in the middle.
I went on a plane recently. It was Singapore Air. They had bedrooms, real bedrooms on the top. I was in the first class, and they had coach on the 3 floors. It was like a building, a mall.
That's crazy.
I was, before we was taking a, like, this going down. This is too heavy. This is too heavy. I'm looking out the window. I'm like, yo, it's incredible. There's no way it's going. Hey, yo, Papoose, what's up, man?
Pap!
Hey, come over here, man. You know you ain't never been shy at
Morning.
cameras. Yeah, I feel like Pap got the stylist this morning. They shit on me. I came on early. Little sweatshirt.
Now, Rem, speaking of Pap, did you make the men sit down and iron things out because it was a little situation between Joe and Pap?
You know what was so crazy? It wasn't even necessarily like a official sit down. Okay, you say your piece. You say it was just like I think they both realized how much each other loves me. Like Joe, like can't nobody front. Like this guy loves me. Like I had my sister with me for the first time yesterday. She met him. She was like, he really loves you. Like she's like he sees it. And this was like my biggest hater in the world. Like I couldn't do nothing until like his mom was like, no one's fucking my girl rapper. Like it was like blocking all day. So for him to actually meet somebody and feel like he's like, Rem, he's the perfect guy for you. Like he loves you. So I think both of them with the feelings that they had for me, let them put aside anything. And they both expressed how they wish like none of that ever happened. And that was my fault too. It's like when you want to beat up your little sister, but you can't, so you want to fight her boyfriend.
Right.
Like it's like one of those type
Exactly
of
what
situations.
happened.
It's like, yo, I want to kill her, but I can't. You know what? She likes him. That's it. So like, and it was like stupid. Like I feel like if I was there, it would have never happened.
And you're the biggest instigator ever. You used to be the biggest instigator. You would instigate fights all the place. Everywhere you would instigate fights.
You know
She's
what?
on parole, Envy.
That was before. I said before. Before.
Envy is talking about this one little incident where we were just trying to get
No, it's
out of
not one
somewhere.
incident.
There's not one incident. There's a lot.
10,000 incidents.
There's a million incidents.
All right. You know what it is? I like to watch violent movies. You know what I'm saying? But it's nothing better than watching it right in front of you. Like, oh my God, look, the main character right now. Like he's about like so. If I was the ultimate put the battery in the back, and it worked. But see, I'm changed now.
That's
now I'm
good.
just like peaceful
right.
and calm, and I don't want any problems. You know,
I was telling her the other day, I seen a road rage on the snap.
Yeah.
No! I was looking at the phone like, don't do it. And her words, her vocabulary is terrible. She was like, you know what? I'm going to pull over and park this bitch. I said, oh my God, don't park her. I'm like, yo, Red, don't park her.
I just
Like,
that's how I feel when I'm in my car by myself, and I'm just thinking. Those are my inner feelings. I don't actually let them out. You know,
You scream
I've
with the
learned-
window up.
Yeah. But not for nothing. If y'all would have seen how this lady was cutting me, she was being mad, annoying, cutting me off, and then she didn't want to look at me. If she would have just looked at me, I'd have felt a little bit better because I'd have cursed her out through the window, and that would have been that. She was sitting there like,
I don't see
Straight
it.
ahead, like she didn't do
hate
nothing.
that.
I couldn't believe it.
Now,
Like,
let me ask you this: with
that.
Love and Hip Hop progressing like it has, how do you feel about the show and how you and Papoose look and everything happening?
I think we look exactly like how we are. A lot of times people say like, oh, you go on those shows, you're gonna like this, you're gonna look however you behave in front of the cameras. Or how a lot of people, they get on these shows and they act how they think they should act on reality TV, or how they think people want to see them act.
Right.
Like, I'm pretty sure there was pretty mad people that wanted me to go in there and be like, yo, I know Rem gonna be on there crazy, turn up. Like, I'm not really like that all day. Like, it actually has to have something that happens. Like, I'm just not like a live wire all the time.
Yeah,
for
like
no
when you
reason.
told that girl that what you said, I'll drag you out of here.
That's Envy and
Okay.
Angela friend.
I'm like a stenographer. Hey yo, I'm like, hey yo.
That's
hey,
your
yo,
friend?
Em.
What?
Yo, Em, I'm like a
That's
stenographer.
I know why that's your friend.
You know why that's their
That's
friend.
guys
I tell you, I don't do that.
Shout out to all the scammers out there. Thank you. Shout out to them.
Now does Pat police your lyrics the way he like polices your life? Like,
No, he tried a couple of times, but then I just started pulling out songs that he did while I was gone, talking about, oh, Shorty did this to me. And I was like, really? Did that really happen? Or is that just a lyric? I just want to know. Then he left me alone after that.
Rem be real specific,
He left
bro.
me
She
alone.
remembered that one. She
No,
held
she
that one.
remembers. She knows stuff.
I just wanted to
She
know.
really look into stuff.
No, but you
So
can't
it's
just
entertainment,
you can't
bro.
just bring it up when it happens. You have to
Yo,
hold
let
it
me
for
tell you
situation.
something. Let me tell you something that happened to me the other night, right? I'm like, oh man, yo, Pat, please, forgive me for this one, right? So the other night we debuted a song, Sus One debuts it. We went to house, we went to Red Cafe joint. Pretty Lou, my brother Pretty Lou, he hot in the strip club, so stopped the music. So me and Remy come up in there and movie. So I'm hanging out with Remy 3 hours, right? So she's my sister. I never look at her at all. Like, other than she coming with a grizzly bear, obviously. I don't look at her. Like, we talking like, brothers and sisters. So we get outside. She was like, yo, let's take this pic for the gram. I said, all right. So I take the pic. I posted everything. The next day I look at the pic. She got some seat. I'm like, what the she was wearing, man? What she's wearing right now, man? What the f***'s going on here? I didn't see this outfit. Like, they was standing there with me for 3 hours. I was like,
notice.
I didn't see this, man.
Crazy.
now what role did the spirit of Big Pun have on this project?
I think Big Pun is always around me. I feel like a lot of times where I was in certain type of situations and I had to make decisions, it's like I hear puns in the voice like, well, what I would do is like, especially when I'm in a booth, I always hear like, no matter what song you on, I don't care who you doing it, where you going there, you murder, you try to kill everybody on the whole song. So, I always have that energy, and like people look at me as somebody that comes from him. So I don't never want to put out something that's like mediocre. It's like, oh, yo, she was hot when Pun put her on, but, I don't know what happened. He's rolling over in his grave. Like, I don't want anybody to ever say that. So I always go 150%.
What about for you?
Well, Pun taught me how to rap. Did
he?
Yeah. So I started before him, and I put him in the game, but it wasn't until I went to the Pun School of Arts that I realized how to make hit records and all that. Before that, I was just underground killing. I was straight MOP, the Puerto Rican MOP, my albums. But Pun would sit me down and be like, yo, twin, we gotta be the illest crew. No, this is what we gonna do. And then he literally would sit me there and be like, yo, you gotta talk about girls right now. Right now we gotta talk about this. We gotta talk about that. Yo, chill, B. Right now this is how we do it. Nah, man, you trying to cheat. This is how they. And people ain't understand that I was learning so much from him. Like literally out 10 hours, like looking at each other like, yo, this, that. He cared that much that he wanted the crew to be the best, that he wanted me to step my game up. So he taught me everything from A to Z. Like, so there really probably isn't no flow I really can't catch if I want to catch.
Yeah.
Cause I was doing badada with Pun. So it's like when you trying to, how are you? I'm catching everything because I already caught. It's like Kung Fu. I'm catching the blades, coming like, so I already been to that school. So when everybody was doubting me when he passed away, they didn't know what I knew. I had a wealth of knowledge. I was like, oh no, we about to get these dudes. they don't know what I'm about to do to them. So he pretty much taught me how to write.
And he introduced you to Rem, right?
Yes,
Yeah.
man.
You remember that first time?
What, I was sick, bro. I was sick. He come to me, he go, yo, twin, I found a girl artist. I'm like, yeah, she my artist. I said, all right. Remy come in, she got the leather vest in, she fresh off the street. All I remember, she says it's Sony. It was like a wood studio. I don't know where we was at. And she rapped for like 10 minutes. And I'm like, oh my God, I'm so jealous and sick because I didn't discover her. So I'm like,
With the ice grill, no lie.
like, shoot out the air bubble in your speakers, out your sneakers. I'm trouble. I'm like, and I'm Rye's sister. And Rye taught me to go get him. And this, and I'm like, oh my God. Like, so I'm like, so I'm listening to her, I'm like, to the point, it's like, yo, what's up, twin? What's up, twin? What's up? She was like, yo. I was like, yo, she phenomenal, B. And he was like, yo, don't worry, twin. She signed to me, but she's your artist. We doing it through you. I was like, thank God! She got a different version of it.
He was sitting there ice grilling me like this. Like after I'd heard the story after, it made more sense.
It made sense.
But the whole time I'm rapping, he's just like grilled up, and I just didn't understand it because normally when I rap and I'm rapping like, and God did just like
People
in
go crazy.
amazement and awe. So it was like shocking to me. But
It was crazy.
I say 48 hours after that day, I literally was on the set of the video with him and Pun and Jennifer Lopez, like just watching everything go down. Like it wasn't no matter of time after I met Pun that it was just like, all right, this is our little sister. This was gonna happen. Like I started meeting everybody. It was just crazy because I'm from the Bronx.
How did you meet Pun?
I just accidentally, like on some happenstance, he lived around the corner from my mom.
The Breakfast Club. Every weekday morning. Tune in.